Till now we have discussed these three relationships, that is the production function, labor demand function and the labor supply function, where production is a function of capital and labor demand and labor supply are the functions of real wage. Here labor demand is negatively related to the real wage. That means higher the real wage, lower the labor demand by the firms. And labor supply is positively related to the real wage. That means higher the real wage, higher the labor supply by the workers. Now, incorporating these relationships, we need to determine how the output, employment, and real wage are classified in the classical system. So let us see this third figure where the labor demand is a downward sloping function and labor supply is a upward sloping function, and the intersection of labor demand and labor supply determine the equilibrium level of employment and the real wage in the economy. Now, this level of employment and real wage will actually determine the output in the economy given the production function. Now we have this production function as a function of labor, and using this relationship, if we draw a 45-degree line like a mirror image in order to translate this output level on both the axes, like on here we have only output on the vertical axis and we have labor input on the horizontal axis. Now in order to make the output on both the axes, that is the horizontal axis and the vertical axis, we draw a 45-degree line and take a mirror image, and using this we draw the aggregate supply curve in the economy, where the horizontal axis is the output and our vertical axis is the price level. So what is actually happening in the economy is the labor demand and the labor supply intersect to determine labor employment and the real wage, and this labor employment determine the output, and this output determine the aggregate supply curve in the economy. So what is the logic behind the aggregate supply curve to be vertical? So in the next video, we'll discuss this derivation of vertical aggregate supply curve, and we'll see how this aggregate supply curve actually becomes vertical in the classical system.